like, I look back and I'm like, well, it was the drugs that changed us all, but I think that was always my broken heart talking instead of just accepting, no, it's just another guy that used you and he got bored and moved on. But then, it's just, even though I'm 31 and that was because I was 17 then, I still have trouble believing that because that wasn't his character. So, I can't tell you what happened, but um, I was so I was so devastated. Um, I refused to believe that he didn't love me. Like, I just refused. So then I became one of those psycho people, like, that I never thought I would become. He was dating other people, and we would still, like, get together on the side. And actually remember thinking, I don't care if I have to share him, just as long as I get a little bit of him, because it hurt more to accept that we were never going to be together than to just share him with other people. So I got so psycho that I remember I chased him on his motorcycle in the parking lot of Phillips University because I just wanted him to tell me, like, you have to tell me why you don't love me anymore. And he actually, like, turned around and said, I wasn't in love with you, I was in love with your body. And that was just, like, beyond crushing. Like maybe there's still part of me that's like, well, he just told me that to get me off his back, but he couldn't have meant that. We went through too much, you know. But you know, that, I don't know. That could have been it. But anyways, where was I? Yeah, so after this, I was trying not to date until I got over everything, over him. My friends kept pushing me to date, especially this one particular guy, but I kept saying, no, I'm not ready. I'm too in love with Bob, and this particular guy, I actually told him, I'm not going to date you because I'm still in love with Bob. And he's like, well, we'll just date, blah, blah, blah. So finally I gave in to the peer pressure and we ended up dating, which, I hate to say I told you so, but I shouldn't have dated him because I was so, like, brokenhearted over Bob that just, I was trying to use, let's name him Fred. I thought, well, surely I'll fall in love with Fred, you know. And I did, in a different way. I mean, we were really good friends, and, but I still, like, he never had my whole heart, because I was always in love with Bob. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to have sex till I'm married again, because, what Jesus and my parents have been saying this whole time is true. Because, here's the verse. It's Mark 10:5. Jesus said, Moses wrote this command only as a concession to your hard-hearted ways. In the original creation, God made male and female to be together. Because of this, a man leaves father and mother, and in marriage he becomes one flesh with a woman. No longer two individuals, but forming a new unit. Oh, a new unity. Same thing. Because God created this organic union of the two sexes, no one should desecrate his art by cutting them apart. This is the Message version of Mark 10:5. It says no one should desecrate his art by cutting them apart. I mean, if that doesn't make you a believer right there, that God and his word is real, then I don't know what will, because that happened to me. That happens to everyone that's ever been in pain because they've had sex before marriage, or even had sex after marriage and broke up in the marriage. Like, that's how I felt. I felt like Bob and I were completely ripped apart. I mean, and those kind of scars stay there forever. It's not a clean cut. So, so I was like, wow, I'm never having sex again until I'm married. I never want to feel that again. And of course, mixed with the alcohol and the devil and all that, I remember the first time that Fred and I were thinking about it. I remember thinking, well, I'm just going to do this to get over Bob because this has to work. It just has to. So, we ended up doing it, and I was just so devastated. It didn't work. I thought I would magically just get over. That's another thing. I mean, you're still one. Whether you become one with another person or not, I was still one with Bob. Like, you can't erase the oneness by becoming one with someone else. And, of course, there was consequences of becoming one with Fred. I won't even get into that. But, yeah. So I went into like we dated for a long, long time and even got engaged. But anyways, I went through a lot of depression and like, just started overeating, over drinking. I mean, I was always a heavy drinker, but, I even like I gained weight really, really fast because I was eating like, I was just trying to stuff my pain. I had like a whole container of macaroni and cheese with a whole container of ramen noodles, like the two big things, and mixed them together, and I'd eat the entire thing, and I ate that like every day for lunch. And I just remember like not because it was good or anything, but just because I just, I mean, I'm just stuffing my pain, and then I drink it, drink myself to sleep at night. And I just remember sitting on the couch really drunk one time, and I was like, I don't want to do this forever, God. Like, how do I get out of this? I feel so trapped. Like, I feel like I'm never going to get out of this. And so life kept going on, and I ended up going to a concert with my friend, with a couple of friends. We went to like a rock fest or something, and my friend and I got in this argument, and even if it was my fault that we started the argument, just the way she handled it, like, totally broke my heart, because she just started, like, attacking me and calling me a crybaby and all this stuff, and it hurt my feelings so bad. I thought, we've been friends for a long time, and she's just treating me like we were never friends. Like, how could she just be like, crybaby? I mean, like, I was so heartbroken, and so I just couldn't wait to get home, and I just remember making a decision. I'm going to change. I'm not going to do this anymore, because, my parents are right. Yes, Christian people, that's a whole other thing to get into, Christian people. Because humans make God look bad. There's so many Christians that aren't Christians. You just have to find them by their fruit, because fruit don't lie. And, but anyways, I thought if I weren't in this environment, this drinking, drug, godless environment, I would have a better chance of my best friend not, like, completely, like, just disowning me, like she hates me. And I just thought, I'm gonna live for God. Like, and I just made the decision on the way home. I couldn't wait to get home because I was still stuck with the haters. The whole trip home, and I got home, and I just, by this time I was already trying to get back, like, into gymnastics. I forgot to mention that. I was 18, and I was trying to get back into gymnastics. I was taking it with, like, the little kids. So I just remember being really, really sore. But I remember, my friend shoe polished my car and put, like, BITCH all over it and all that and stuff. So I wrote her a letter because I was just like, I can't believe you did this, just showing her how I feel. And she came to my house with the note and was like, I don't know, we ended up getting in a fist fight, and which is totally not me at all.